Did you not dip it before pre-match? Wow, incredible. Chris chose not to dip it. Anyway, let's get stuck into it. It's time for your Twitter reactions to Liverpool beating Arsenal 3-1 at Anfield. Irish LFC fan kicks us off. Bringing Clavan over Lucas was an excellent decision. He's been consistently solid every game he's played for us. That's not exactly true, but I see no sense in splitting hairs after a great win like that. I thought he put in a really, really good performance. Once or twice, I thought we might be in a spot to bother it. No, and he handled it really well. And there was a moment, I think, with a couple of minutes left to go, and he's in the corner flag in our half, and he just basically throws himself on the floor and wins a free kick or a throw-in, and you just think, yeah, that's game intelligence. We talked about this in the build-up. Like, sometimes in big games especially, you need, just in general, I think you need to have specialists in positions. Lucas, I think, has performed admirably as a drop-in, as an emergency centre-half. Clavan's a centre-half. He's been doing it for probably 15 years or something. He's an international, and he's not top quality. He's not world class, but he knows his job inside and out. And I thought he showed that today. So yeah, I thought really good decision to play him and a really good performance from Ragnar. Paddy at Anfield Pyro. Mane is football sex. Could not agree more. Love him. And the best thing about Mane today was he was really, really good. And I actually think he could have played loads better. I think there were times when his awareness could really do with improvement. But who am I to complain? Sadio Mane again, tearing teams asunder, being a constant threat, helping on the counter, helping the team work. Adding some much needed pace to our attack, as we know. And yeah, he is football sex. Jared Swohig, FIFA Beast 104, the 104th FIFA Beast, I can only imagine. Why couldn't we do that against Leicester? I'll be honest, and a lot of people asking these questions, a lot of people saying this. Leicester played football differently to Arsenal. They played a brand of football that Liverpool struggle to handle, struggle to play against, struggle to break down. And they performed really well and they beat us. Arsenal didn't do that. Arsenal tried a few different things. They tried to go more direct with Giroud, and it never worked. And ultimately we handled them really well. That's the difference. Crazy, shady, diplomacy now. Should have scored more, but great performance as usual versus first half of the table teams. Yeah, and that's it. It's all a cheeky sport just then, and say, people can bemoan this inability to put away teams that in the bottom half of the table. But I'll be honest, I remember when Liverpool used to be able to beat those teams, and we used to lose against all our biggest rivals. And it's fucking depressing when you lose against teams that you consider yourself to be at a similar level to. At least what we're doing there is laying a marker down to those teams and saying, listen, we're right up there with you. And this is the point. We can't finish those teams off, but we are still very much in the equation for the top four, alongside all these other amazing teams that people, I think, certain sections of our fan base watch at the weekend and wank themselves off to, watching all these amazing names, amazing stars. And they're not that much better than Liverpool, and a lot of them have spent a lot more money than Liverpool, or have been a lot longer established at that end of the table than Liverpool have in the last decade. So I think we should take great heart from some of the performances we put in this season, and don't be too disappointed when it doesn't go exactly our way at all times. Aiden Semple, LWOS Aiden. We didn't know we'd win. We had to put in that performance, and we did. Like you say, no excuses now. Consistency, of course, absolutely, definitely something that Liverpool need to establish. If we want to be in the top four this season, then we're going to need much greater consistency, because we're running out of these big games to play. There's a lot of teams that Liverpool need to go and beat. So we need to get a grip on that, absolutely. But I think you're dead right that we didn't know we'd win. We didn't, and that's the thing. You can say, oh, we'll do well against these. You can't say that. You've got to go in, you've got to put in a shift, and you've got to put performance in. And I did say in my match reaction, there was an inevitability to that. Once the game kicked off, once the first goal went in, it did feel like we were going to go on and win that match. But that's down to the players, that's down to the performance. You can't take wins against top teams for granted. It's an absolute nonsense if you go into games against your biggest rivals and expect a victory, because more often than not, you don't win those games. It just so happens that we are actually very, very good at football, and particularly under this manager, and particularly with this set of players. And I think that's something to be celebrated once again. Daniel Kelly says, boom, what a win. The players were on fire today. We finally beat a shit team. Yeah, Arsenal are dire straits, absolutely dire straits. I don't know what's wrong with that football club right now. They look mentally done. I don't know where their focus is for the rest of the season. Hopefully it slips, hopefully it falls away, and they end up in the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th, and we can focus on the top four. That would be absolutely lovely. Anyway, keep your thoughts coming below. If you want to see Arsenal battling for 6th alongside Man United, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the Redmen TV, and check out the rest of the content.